Welcome to your weekend focus for October the 27th and the 28th, 2018. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So we'll turn to the cards and see what they have to say about the energy. Now we have the moon in Gemini for the majority of the weekend. I think it's not till Sunday night that the moon moves into Cancer. We have the sun in Scorpio. We also have the sun sextiling Saturn. So that's beautiful energy, and that's happening on the Saturday for us. So that's beautiful energy. We'll see what the cards say. The Nine of Cups is our first card, our wish card, our goal card, our dreams card. How beautiful is this? We are dreaming. We must be feeling confident because we are looking towards the future. We are affirming our goals, our dreams, our desires. We're contemplating, we're reflecting on, we're praying for certain things in our life to manifest. So we are putting our focus, our energy in forward motion here. Absolutely. This weekend is about thinking about the future, creating the future, doing the future. Because the sun is sextiling Saturn, we are doing the future as well. We are doing those steps. We are believing in ourselves. There is a confidence in us. Our next card is the Five of Pentacles. And some of us will turn towards the negative. Some of us will see the glass half empty of what we lack, of what we don't have, of what we'll never obtain probably. And feel a lack, feel a sadness, feel a depression because of what we don't have. Because when the sun is sextiling Saturn, shining on Saturn, it is a very beautiful time for us to realize our goals and our dreams, but Saturn is also the rule maker. So if we have been dropping the ball, we haven't really been putting the focus on things, we start to beat ourselves up about it. And then we tell ourselves, well, our ego steps right in and says, of course you can't have those things. Now just be happy with what you have. And let's work on that. And we stay where we are. So knowing what the energy is and knowing how to use the energy to our benefit this weekend means a great deal. Because when we catch ourselves doing these things, we can stand up straight, put our shoulders back, our chin up high. We can turn around and look at our surroundings, and we will see the way forward. We will see what we can do, where we can go, who we can become. We sit at the door of opportunity here. There's a large pentacle on the door, and many of them have the pentacles across and I think there's a bit of a shadow of the pentacles actually over the archway there. So that is the door of abundance. And if we sit there and we start thinking about what we don't have and we start focusing on that, we will not see that door. So it's definitely a calling, or at least a reminder to be very conscious of your thoughts this weekend. Are they positive? Are they constructive? Are they something that is tangible and doable? Do I have control over the situation? Can I actually do something forward? And don't worry about what you don't have, okay? Because you really have never lost that. That is a goal. That is something that you will step into. And sometimes it's not financial. Sometimes it's, I just don't have anybody around me that supports me. I don't have any really close friends, or maybe it's, I'd love to do this, but I absolutely have no time in which to work it in. So it just can't be. I'll always be here because I have to do all of this in order to keep my life in balance. So I don't have the time, or maybe I don't have the energy. And when we start concentrating on those things, our ego will kick in very quickly and confirm that that's exactly where we're at. So we have to remember that we are trying to move out of that energy and turn our thoughts into positive, as hard as that may be. So when you're having a real difficult time, here's a little brain trick for you. Okay, I want you to immediately, when you're having that bad thought, that negative thought, that thought that you just can't or won't or will never, I want you to think of a monkey water skiing with a pink bandana on, eating a banana. Now, here's the thing. You'll probably get a little smile. So you've changed the energy already just with that little, that's kind of goofy. But your brain cannot do both things at once. It can't keep you into the feeling of the lack of or the things that you can't do or you can't accomplish at the present time. You can't think of that and think of the monkey. So that moves you. So if you're having a hard time moving from those negative thoughts, just think of that little monkey water skiing with a pink bandana on and eating a banana. And your brain has to go in that direction. Your brain has to try and put that together for you. And then now move into the direction you want. Go back to the wishes, the goals, the dreams, the affirmations, the reflections of where you are going, who you are becoming, what you're striving for. Eight of Cups and detriment. So we may not want to move away from the things that give us security, even if it's a false sense of security. So there's a lot of understanding what rules we need to live by and understanding what rules that we have self-imposed upon ourselves, allowed other people to impose upon us. That changes our reality of where we can go, of what we can do, of who we can become. So we are looking towards the future, yet there are things that are trying to hold us back. So we may need to put some energy towards completion, endings, closure, healing, in order to let go of some of that baggage so that when that new moon appears, we can walk with a bounce in our step because we're not carrying all that extra weight, all that extra burden. We have the Three of Swords. Now, I see right away the healing and the light in this card. The Three of Swords is usually, it's heart-wrenching and bad things can happen. And, this is one of those cards where a lot of tarot card readers, especially if it's the first card, they'll just reshuffle the deck. They absolutely won't start with this card. But I didn't get that when I first held it up. Sometimes I get that little, you guys hear it, and I get you panicking. But here I see the sky breaking up. Here I see you laying underneath that with these rays beaming on you, healing you. Rest, recuperation. Have a patience with yourself, with divine timing. Have a patience. And rest, recuperate, unplug, recharge. It's the weekend. Breathe. Do something that fills you with passion or love or happiness or desire or joy. Even if it's just 20 minutes and you watch a rerun of some stupid little sitcom comedy or something, just to make you laugh, just to change the flow of things, just to get you in the present. I think there's a lot of baggage that can surface this weekend for us by these cards. I don't think this is actual scenarios, although the tower has been coming up a lot. I hope it's not the next one as I say that. But I get this more of an internal sense of you need to heal. So on Thursday, it was a lot about getting to know something about yourself, and perhaps that branches into this energy where now that you have realized that about yourself, now it's time to meditate on it. Now it's time to reflect on it. Now it's time to either put it in the past, allow healing to come, put an ending or a completion to it, replace it with a new behavior or habit if that's what is needed. changing our routines or our mundane, or in order to move us in the direction we want to go, in order to become what we want to be in the world. Oh, we have the Justice card. Okay. Well, the Justice card is the 11 energy. The Justice card is 2018 energy. And I do love this deck's portrayal of justice. We stand there between the pillars. So there's our balance. There's a staircase behind us, and it looks like we are kind of trying to turn our body. We are ready to walk up that staircase. We are ready to go to that elevated path, that new beginning, that new start. We could be looking back upon all the things that we had to endure in order to be at this point in our life. But now we are at this point in our life. There's confidence here, and we hold that sword. We hold it with a knowing that we don't need to use it, but if we have to use it, we will. Because we've gained a lot of wisdom throughout this year. The 11 energy is all about making the commitment to yourself, to let the magic flow through you, to be truthful to yourself, to walk with a sense of integrity, to make a goal and then be 110% committed to that goal. So the goal is in the distance there, up that staircase. There's a hint of something there that we'll be walking towards. There's a lot of emotion. There's the water. And it's got a rainbow forming around it. There's the blues and the oranges, and a little bit of hint of red there. And it's still pretty turbulent, so there's things that we'll still have to work through. Absolutely. But it's about bringing in the balance in our lives. It's about doing the right thing. Not working harder, but working smarter. Being committed to ourselves. Being committed to our dreams, our goals, our desires. And once again, strong energy. Let's get an affirmation card. So, even with the Three of Swords there, I really don't think for many of us it's going to be overly hard so long as we go with the flow and allow the healing. We don't fight the current. We're truthful with ourselves about what we really have to walk away from in our lives in order to make way for our new beginnings, our new starts. Don't let your mind go to the negative this week. The lack thereof. I keep getting the lack. So it's things that we don't have. We want more money. We want a better car. We want a nicer home. We want new furniture. We want nice and shiny jewelry to wear all the time. We want a new wardrobe. We don't have. Or it could be, I don't have the right friends. Then it's time to go make them. I'm not in a relationship and I want to be. I'm in a relationship that I don't want to be in. I don't get along with my parents. The kids never listen to me. My brother's a know-it-all. My sister's perfect. I do just as much work for the community as everybody else. Why am I not never acknowledged? It's those kinds of things that can keep coming up in your mind and really leading you into the wrong path of energy this weekend. So keep it positive, go with the flow, and work towards it. Okay, with that, Sun trining Saturn, that gives us a very good energy to get some practical results, some tangible results for our efforts. We're working smart. We're not making mistakes. We're on top of things. We're strong. The Nine of Fire. The Nine of Fire appears. Caution, uncertainty, reevaluating circumstances. I need to stop, wait, and look around me before proceeding further. My sense of uncertainty is my inner wisdom telling me to bring illumination to my situation, to allow insights to arise and guide me before I take my next step. Questioning is good. I will look carefully to see if a different path may be right for me at this point. And you could very well get that with the Eight of Cups in detriment that we're questioning that path forward. And it's not saying to throw it away, it's saying to reflect on it, affirm on it. Now, is it your ego trying to talk you out of things? Or is it your intuition and your wisdom? So pay attention to your emotion. Pay attention to your body and what it's trying to tell you. Okay, when you're thinking of a situation, when my mom, when I had to take her and, get her new living arrangements, I mean, there were so many different emotions. And so I would meditate, I would reflect, I would pray on it. Absolutely, I would pray on it. But I would reflect and I would try and imagine the situation as it would evolve if I did plan A. And then what was I feeling? Was my breathing rapid or shallow? Was I tense? Was I alert and ready and just, ready to rush in there and change it all for her because it just wasn't working? Or plan B? How was I feeling then? Was I a little bit more comfortable? Or did I feel the exhaustion? And not knowing if I had the health that it would take, the strength that it would take, the time, the energy that it would take going forward. How did my body feel? Depressed and tired, and then I thought of the third situation. And I was relaxed and happy and deep breaths, and there was a calm over me and a smile on my face. But then I thought, but that means that I just can't see my mom every day. And then the tension would build in. So what was I doing it for? Was I doing it for my mom? Because I felt very happy and relaxed when I was looking at the situation from her eyes. But when I looked at it from my perspective of not being able to just every day have my mom in my life, because it's been like 55, 60 years of that, right? So well, that made me sad. That made me, so who did I have to make the decision for? And of course it was for my mom. So then I needed to work on my feelings and why I felt that way and how I could feel better about it. And it's a process. So have a patience with yourself. For whatever you are wondering about, you're not totally committed because you're not sure. Let's get an animal card. So yeah, doubt could surround you this weekend. I mean, the Five of Pentacles was right there saying we will doubt ourselves. We will doubt our plans. So think about it. Healing. Recharge. Regroup. So, and at the end of the day, for those of you who follow me on a regular basis, my mom is doing fantastic. She's sleeping like 10 hours a night. She's eating like 3 solid meals a day. She's gaining weight. I phone her and she laughs, like belly laughs. So she's having fun. There are people taking care of her that love her, that respect her. It was the best move. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't feel any of those feelings. Well, I feel some of them because I would love to have my mom here every day. But knowing how happy she is easily outweighs those moments of sadness. And then I can just pick up the phone, pick up a card before we all look at this giggle. There you go. Learn how to giggle. And invite those giggles in. And sometimes getting those giggles in your life, it's not the easy way. Sometimes it's, I was saying very early in the year, like in February and March and maybe into April even. And, I kept telling you that I didn't think it was that hard going for after you've made the decision. It's making the decisions that are so hard this year. What is truly right for me? What is my truth? What do I stand for? So, and it's played out in many different situations in my life now. But we have the deer here telling us to giggle. So, giggle, laugh, smile, comedy, fun, and play. So, there we are. We're back to the monkey water skiing with a pink bandana and a banana in his, or eating a banana. Live and work, but do not forget to play, to have fun in life and really enjoy it. Deer tells you to giggle. He feels that your laughter has been stifled by life's difficulties and pain. Smiling is a start, and sometimes a giggle follows. Giggling is something we notice with young children. It is a part of their natural existence. Adults tend to lose their silliness and amusement at life because of the burden of pain. But by being childlike and giggling, there is a release of stress. An essential part of your daily life should include smiles, laughs, humors, and giggles. Read, tell a joke, or turn on a comedy on your television. Before you know it, the giggles will become natural to you. Don't worry about the judgment from others. Create a playful environment at work and at home. But know that you cannot make someone be motivated. That comes from within each individual person. Just plant the seed, water it, and remember to fertilize and watch the blooms that appear. Spend more time with those who make you smile and laugh and less with those who make you sad. Surrounding yourself with happy people creates a happy life. The world can be changed, your world can be changed, and it can be as simple as smiling at someone who looks sad, waving in a car that is having a difficult time turning, offering a hug to a perfect stranger who is having a bad day, or making small talk with the cashier who looks depressed. Some may call it pay it forward or a random act of kindness, but some call it a normal part of their day. What happens is that with each of these acts, it creates a ripple effect that raises the vibration of the universe. And it starts with you. So, giggle, smile, laugh, find the joy in life, create the joy in life. It's the weekend. Let your hair down a little bit. But there is a sense of working towards your goals. And there is healing that needs to be done here and reflection. So find that balance in your life this weekend. But don't forget the giggles. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.